What up, what up, what up, and welcome back to another prime time mother preview. I am your host, Brett Howard. I'm talking ball today, boys. That's what I'm doing today.
We're switching things up.
Yeah, I've talked hoop ball, I've talked pigskin ball, and now we're talking leather ball. Let's fucking go. This is the primetime preview for the opening week of the MLB season. I am your host, Brett Howard, riding shotgun alongside me, who will be primarily taking over this because I'm going to sit back and learn. I have not with hockey season and baseball off season being the exact same time. I always catch up around now. It's perfect that we're doing this show, especially for people who have been chomping at the bit for some baseball. So I'm just going to introduce everybody first for the people that might not follow Prime Time, might not know who everyone is. We've got Tommy motherfucking Stats in the building. Tommy, Mr. Size himself. We've got Kellen, the Kel dog, and his doghouse chilling over there. We have Broadway Cardinals Pat in the building, the host of the Primetime Parlay, and Mr. Big Red himself. How we all doing, boys? How we all fucking doing?
Great. Fantastic.
Doing amazing.
I'm amped for some baseball, dude.
Hell yeah. So I know we have a big schedule on the docket. I was brought into here to host and observe, and that's what I'm gonna do. I went a little biased or non-biased today, wearing the Orioles. It matched the outfit. I still had to rock my NHL. So you guys know me. I just love logos. I love uniforms, all that. Yeah. So I have a million different hats. My teams are Red Sox and Blue Jays. Blue Jays, obvious Canada's team. Red Sox, Boston Brett in the building.
It's funny you say that because MLB, with the MLB subscription I got, they send me an email every year who your most watched teams are. So obviously I'm a Red Sox fan. That goes first. The Blue Jays were number 2.
Yeah, dude. I know it's sacrilege. I'm doing 3 teams, 1 division here. I'm pretty sure. I could be wrong about that, but yeah.
The O's are good.
Yeah, they're gonna surprise some people this year. Fun. The show came out today. Oh, we have a lot to talk about. We have a lot on the docket. Tommy, you let us know which direction you want to go in first. I'm handing the floor and microphone over to Tommy Stats himself.
So I had these lovely gentlemen help me in making their picks. We're just going to have a lot of fun. We're just going to go down division by division. We'll talk a little bit about who added what. We're just going to pick division winners, kind of just talk about the outlook, maybe even discuss some wild card action. And then we're just going to get juicy. We're going to do Cy Young. We're going to do MVP. We're going to do World Series predictions. We're just going to preview baseball. I mean, we all have our teams. These 3, they're going to duke it out in their respective division in the NL. But overall, baseball is a great game, and it's just going to be fun to preview. And everyone here has good baseball knowledge, so I'm just excited to talk baseball with the finest folks at Primetime. So if you guys are ready, we can just jump right into it. Do you guys have anything to add? Anything you'd like to add?
I think with Kel getting a little bit thrown in the trenches here, we'll let him go first. We'll let him have the floor. I listened to those other 2 talk enough, and I know they're going to go off about the Cardinals, so we'll let Kellen have the floor here.
Yeah, what you got, Kellen?
Yeah, so I'm happy to be on this thing. I stayed up way too long, preparing for this show just so I can, chop it up with you guys. Yep, like Brett said, I am being thrown in the trenches. I'm going to be taking shots from every which way, but I'm ready to battle it out. Cubbies all day. Let's have a show.
Heck yeah. All right, so we're going to start, quick and early. What's up, Broadway Pat? What you got?
I don't
just okay. No.
Do we have to let him talk? Do we have to let him talk?
He did put his hand up. I mean,
thank you. I did just want to say to please like and follow at Redbird_report 5 for being Big Red Talk Cardinals baseball. We did an episode today. It should drop tomorrow. So just appreciate any follow on that. I'm gonna hold the punches now for the Cubs fan in the chat here, but
actually.
Very excited.
With Pat talking and the Cardinals, all that stuff, go over to Primetime Production Store. Pat, do you know it off by heart?
Oh yeah, primetime-productions.square.site. You can get all of
And
the
you
Prime
you
Productions merch.
you could get some big red merch there, which is
Yeah.
exclusively the Cardinals podcast merch. You can get some Kel Dog's Doghouse merch. There's gonna be there is only socks merch on that. Why is there only socks merch? We'll find out about that later. But it's gonna be buzzing with baseball merch coming up. There might be some Fenway Frank merch coming out. There might be some Blue
Heck
Jays
yeah.
merch coming out. We don't know yet. It's all in the vault. But head over to Pat. Yell it out one more time for the people in the back.
That's primetime-productions.square.site. Get on over there, get your primetime merch. Shout us out. It's all fresh. It's all awesome. Get a big red shirt.
All right, Tommy, take her away.
All right, so we're just going to start with the AL East. The AL East, I felt like had a lot of action, especially starting in the AL. I think it's going to be a bloodbath at the top. That's just me. I actually originally had the Yankees in first place, but I switched because Garrett Cole is out for 1 to 2 months, and I think that is going to be a massive blow, even though they have Nestor Cortez and Marcus Stroman and Carlos Rodon, but you're hoping those guys bounce back, especially Rodon. He had a pretty brutal year. So I'm going with the Baltimore Orioles. They're going to be in first place. I think that's just a young team. Jackson Holiday is coming up, so that's big. It's like their pipeline just keeps getting better and better, and they're now coming at the big league level, and I think it's just going to be insane. Getting Corbin Burns was huge. Bradish is out, but getting an ace like Burns was huge. I got the Yankees in second. I still think they did enough. They added Soto, added Verdugo, got Stroman. Just weathering Cole for 1 to 2 months is going to be absolutely massive in terms of a hurdle. You know, losing him after coming off a Cy Young win like that it's tough. I got the Blue Jays in third. They got the pitching, adding a bat that they really needed. In Justin Turner was huge. He was arguably the most consistent bat for the Red Sox last year. This is where things get a little dicey. I went with the Rays in fourth. They have no rotation. McClanahan's out. I don't know what you're going to get with everybody else, but the Rays somehow churn out pitchers like clockwork, and I don't understand how they do it. And I got the Red Sox finishing in last. They'll have the offense, but pitching remains a question mark. And, you know, I can rant all day about the Red Sox offseason. I'm not going to bore you guys to death with that, but they signed Giolito. He had a procedure. He's out for the year. They traded Sale. So basically you added no pitching and you depleted your pitching and you're now stuck at square one. But that's what I got for the AL East. Who did you guys have winning? What do you think could change? And what are you excited about regarding the AL East? Who would like to go first? I'm going to toss it to Big Red. He's got some thoughts. I feel like he's cooking over there.
Yeah, I feel like with this season coming up, especially in the AL, I think the East is probably this might be just a hunch, but I feel like it's going to be one of the more tightly contested divisions. Mm-hmm. And I actually have the Rays winning.
Whoa!
Something just came to me when I was thinking about these picks. I feel like the Orioles do finish a close second, especially with all the young guys that they've got coming up. But I feel like the Rays are still good offensively. Like you said, they churn out pitching when it looks like they're screwed. So yeah, I've got the Rays winning that one.
Wow. You know what? I respect it. I really do. Like I'm obviously totally different view, but dude, that's a bold pick. I like it. I actually like that. And I respect the take and the stance on it. I'm actually now eager to see, you know, how that shapes out. Like as the season progresses. Kellen?
To be honest, I was also shocked by the Rays pick there, Big Red. I was like fully on Tommy's side when he was saying all that. I thought the Rays might sneak into third there. I don't know. I felt like the Rays and the Blue Jays could battle it out for third, and then it would just be a fight for the Yankees and the Orioles at the top, and Orioles winning because after 101 wins last year.
Yeah,
I just don't see them falling off the cliff. It's going to be a great season, but like the youth is just going to come to play this year. It's going to be a fun one.
get a full year of Gunnar. You get like another year of Henderson, Rutschman, Jackson Holiday comes in. I just, God, Camden Yards is going to be rocking, dude. It's going to be rocking. But I still respect the Rays pick. I really do. Like that's bold, and I like it, and it's fun. Broadway Pat.
Yeah,
what do you got for this one?
I jotted down the updated win totals as of right now, the over-unders. So Yankees 91.5, Orioles 90.5. So they definitely see the Garrett Cole injury clearly.
Because I want to say that came down too.
Yeah, it definitely
did.
100%.
Like it came down after that, which I'm curious to see how he comes back. Like
No, so and then Rays 84.5, Blue Jays 86.5. So it's looking like a pretty tight division. But Tommy, you had a tweet earlier about the Orioles and how deep their farm is.
It's nuts.
And I just think
it's nuts. They just have guys that are just ready. And I understand that's what being bad does for you for so long. But it's like they're not even just drafting well, they're developing well. And that just goes such a long way. Like, I mean, you look at the Atlanta Braves, we'll talk about them down the line. But it's like you look at them, a lot of that roster is pretty homegrown. You know, they made a few trades here and there, but that's a pretty homegrown team. And
just because of that, though, I have to take the Orioles because I can't see them not. I have to see them not making like a big move at the deadline with all the talent that they have at their disposal. They're all in. That franchise is hungry. Give me the Orioles, and especially because I can't take the Yankees. I can't take the Yankees.
I just. Yeah,
Mr. Busa has a question for Kennedy here.
Well, there is a little evidence here.
Oh, there you go. He's coming in from the top ropes.
Also, shout out to Bergie. I am feeling better, thankfully.
Shout out you, Tom.
I do feel better, you know. So that I'm off the IR. I'll be back into writing action. So.
Good man.
But first things first, we got to do some of this beautiful audio. Do you guys have anything else on the AL East? Any surprise picks? Any bold takes on the AL?
I just really quick. I think it's going to be one of the better, if not the best division in baseball. I think it's pretty safe.
I agree. I think it'll be the tightest contested division for sure. I think big years are coming out of Soto. I'm really eager to see what Verdugo is going to look like. I kind of told my buddy he's going to be like Joey Gallo. Going there, I feel like. Oh well, from Papa Busa himself. So since we're on the AL East, joining the network is a Red Sox podcast, and it's going to be only Red Sox. It's the Only Sox podcast. You can follow us on Twitter at Only Sox Podcast. We will start recording Monday. It's going to be a bi-weekly thing. It is between myself, Boosie, and the crab ragu man himself, Nick Melanson. So that'll be kicked off. So now we got some more baseball content coming. I believe, Brett, we have a primetime baseball Twitter account coming too.
Yep, it's in the works.
So that's going to be fun. It's going to be pretty similar to at PTP NHL. That also is part of the account. It's just going to be fun. We're just going to be diving into some baseball, talking stats. I'm not nearly as nerdy with baseball as I am hockey, but I still understand it. So that'll be really fun. I'm really excited to talk about, just Red Sox baseball and just diving into just baseball in general. And, happy I'm doing it right now with you guys. So let's keep the show going.
Yep. That's awesome, man.
Beautiful logo.
Oh, wow. So excited.
By yours truly, the hitman himself.
Unbelievable.
Yeah, it's gonna be a lot of fun. And then we will definitely be doing some cross collabs with our lovely friends doing the Cardinals podcast, and totally bringing Kellen on for Cubs stuff. Absolutely. Okay. I'm low key, like, I'm not a Cubs fan, but I like the Cubs. I like watching the Cubs. So
all right, enough of you guys.
I like watching Arenado too. So so and then I guess, like, as we're on top of it, like, have you guys seen, like, your opening day starters? How do you guys feel about your teams? for opening day. Cardinals fans, floor is yours for a moment.
Yeah,
how do you
Big
guys
Red,
feel
we
about?
talked about it today. If you want to touch on a little bit what we,
Yeah, I think
how do you guys feel?
definitely last season the problem was not offense. It was our pitching, and I think yes, we said it on the podcast. Yes, people will make jokes. We're the fucking AARP Cardinals when it comes to pitching, but I think the veteran presence is going to be good for us. I mean, we got guys that are World Series champions. We got a guy that finished second in the Cy Young voting in the American League that, I think he's not going to be the opening day starter anymore, but I think honestly, it's just for precautionary reasons.
Sure.
Yep.
Kellen, how do you feel? I'm amped. I love Justin Steele. I love that guy. He was so much fun to watch last year.
Yeah.
He's like, I don't know what the right word would be, like just a fireball out there, just like so much energy too, just like, and I just love having him as the ace of this staff. And I feel like there's big things with him in the future, like coming up this year and whatnot. Like it kind of almost like an Arrieta kind of thing. He came over from Baltimore. He started off very promising, and it just became freaking electric. So I just love Justin Steele, and I'm ready for this to happen.
Yeah, I'm thrilled. I'm thrilled to watch the Cubs opening day. I'll watch anybody baseball wise, but I like watching pitchers, so I'm very eager to watch him pitch. Brian Bayo, I'm glad he got the ball for opening day, got that big contract, and now he gets to pitch on opening day. So that's awesome. Let's slide it over to the AL Central. This division kind of sucks. I'm going to be honest. This division's not fun. This division is more of, if you win the division, you're in the playoffs. It's just as simple as that. I mean, I don't see any of these teams being a wild card team. But I got the Twins winning it. I feel like that's just they're the more complete team across the board. They got pretty decent pitching. Somehow the bats work and they just get it done. The Guardians I have finishing second, but I think the Royals are going to make a push for second. I got them in third. I like their offseason. I really did. They got Seth Lugo. They got Waka. They acquired Schreiber for bullpen help. They gave Witt Jr. that big extension that he deserves. Got some outfield help with Hunter Renfroe. The White Sox are just lost. I give it maybe the deadline till Luis Robert is out the door. And the Tigers are the Tigers. It's just the division just is what it is. And I think you guys all just sitting there kind of just nodding your head like, fuck, we got to talk about this. But
absolutely.
I think whoever wins the division's going. I don't think a wild card is in play for any of these teams. I'm just excited to watch the Royals, but I don't know if they win the division. What do you guys got? Who's got what for this division? Do you guys like those rankings? Do you see a surprise team in here somewhere?
Yeah, I mean, I got the Twins as well. Just same logic as you. It's nowhere near the most talented division in this league, and whoever wins gets a nice early golf outing when they're eliminated in the first round. So,
I mean, the top over under for wins in that division is 86.5. That's for the Twins.
God, that's sad.
Yeah, but actually the Tigers a little bit more than the Royals. Royals got a couple nice young Bobby Witt, couple prospects to look forward to as a Royal fan. Not this year, but yeah, I mean, I have the Twins winning. I think the Tigers though will be a little bit more competitive. And shout out Jack Flaherty. He's looking pretty.
Do you think they finished last, or do you think they jumped the White Sox?
The
Tigers.
Oh yeah, no, I definitely think the Tigers over under for wins is 80.5. I think that they're probably going to end up more like the second, third. I think they're stiff second. But I definitely think that the Royals and the White Sox are. I don't even see the Guardians. Where are the Guardians? Let's see.
They didn't even bother
79.5 right there. I can see that. Let's just say this: Twins are winning the division.
Yeah,
and the White Sox might not win 50 games.
I mean, they do kind of suck. I mean, they did just trade Dylan Cease. I mean, that finally happened, which I can't believe he went there. I was very shocked he went there, to be really honest. Like, I really didn't think the Padres were going to pull that one out. Good for them, though. I mean, they replaced Blake Snell. Just wasn't.
Where did Snell go?
Snell signed with the Giants.
Wow.
Scott Boras officially lost the offseason.
I saw you tweet about this. Because my boy Chapman signed with the. Who'd he sign?
Too.
Yeah,
Chapman, Bellinger, Snell, Montgomery, who's still not signed, by the way. Montgomery's still out there. But a lot of those guys had high asking prices, and they didn't get anywhere near close. Like, Snell originally wanted like $300 million. And then the Yankees offered him a 6-year, $160. He didn't take it. And I think it's because he wanted to play on the West Coast. I've seen that a bunch. And then he signed for 2 years, $62 million with an opt-out after 2024. Scott Boras lost the offseason, dude.
Yeah.
If anybody won the offseason, it's Aaron Nola, because he signed as early as he did. He got his money. Just a great extension. Like, he got it done. And I mean, I don't blame him. He didn't want to play this game, but now we can do it all over again next year. Like,
that's it.
To Brett's point, pointing out like Matt Chapman, I'm surprised he lasted as long as he did.
Great
I
point.
know the bat was like a little iffy, but he's really good defensively. I'm shocked he lasted as long as he did. And we'll obviously get down to the, NL, a little later, but we're going AL West. I think this one is a little intriguing until you get towards the bottom. Let's just get this out of the way. The A's are going to finish in last, and the Angels are going to finish in fourth. Let's just get that out of the way. Do you guys have any objections?
My Vegas. Oh God, hold on. Oh God, my video's not working. Can you guys hear me at least?
Yes, I can.
Okay. Are you telling me my Vegas Athletics aren't going to do well this year?
I mean, they can circumvent the cap or something,
God, big A's guy, big money ball guy. I'm going to try and fix my camera here, guys. 1 second.
What is the over or under for wins on the A's this year?
You guys want to take a guess?
Yeah, I actually do. I'm going to say what it's set at.
Yeah.
I'm going to say 59.5.
Anybody else?
I'm going to say 45.
Go Dog.
I'll price it right and go 43 because I don't know. I don't know what this team anymore.
Price is Right rules, it would be Big Red, but 57.5. 57.5 for the A's this year. Yeah,
that's
generous.
Damn.
Yeah, that's pretty tough. Just on that note, I mean Astros, Mariners.
I got the Astros finishing first.
Yep.
I think their pitching is disgusting, even with Verlander on the shelf. Boston just scored. Did Boosie hit? It's at the 11:33 mark.
He fucking did. He hit that parlay. He fucking did. If he's still in the chat, make a comment.
Let's go.
We all looked at each other like, what a wild bet. This guy knew something was up.
I mean, that is a bold. That's a very specific.
Did you ride it, Pat? I rode it.
I wasn't able to find it. I couldn't find it on DraftKings.
Yeah. Was that Heido? Oh, wait. Oh, that's a sexy tip by Pasternak. We are hockey fans as well, people, and pretty much
Prime Time Productions. Yeah.
3 out of the 5 are Bruins fans in this.
What a hit! Wow,
that's beautiful.
That's a wild bet to place and hit on your first ever primetime parlay, which everybody should go check out at PTP Bets. But shameless plug, take it back away, Tommy.
So I got the Astros finishing first. I like their rotation. Even with Verlander out to start the year, I think it's more than good enough. Dude, that bullpen is disgusting. Like, good luck getting through the 7th, 8th, and 9th. Hader, Presley, I forget who's in front of them. I forget his name, but he's also really, really good.
Yeah.
And I think their offense is still fine. You got Jordan, you got Bregman, you got Altuve. It's just the Astros are the Astros. I got the Rangers finishing in second for the simple fact that you don't have DeGrom or Scherzer until like June or July. And that stings because they didn't do anything to address that problem. And I think Evaldi's going to take you, but he can only go every fifth day. That offense is a machine. You saw it in the World Series, you saw it in the playoffs, you saw it all year last year. So they'll be fine enough to definitely weather that storm. I got the Mariners in third. They got good pitching. I don't know if they did enough to address like their offensive woes, but I overall I like the Mariners, but they're definitely a step behind the Rangers and the Astros. I think we're all in agreement on 4 and 5. I mean, it'd be a miracle if the A's finished in fourth.
Yeah.
On this gauntlet of AL West. I think the AL West is a very interesting division.
Yeah.
It's
especially
fun to watch.
Top heavy. Very top heavy.
Very top heavy, but very entertaining top heavy.
Yeah, for sure. No, I would have to, I mean, just not to just ride on that, but just Astros winning the division. But Mariners make a move or two. Rangers are the defending champions. People might be forgetting about that. I'm not. But those three.
Hell no, Nasty Nate got a ring. I'm freaking amped.
yeah, absolutely. Yes. No, I'm kind of in lockstep with you on that, Tommy says.
So I've actually got the Rangers winning, and the reason I've got that is I actually kind of see them bring back Jordan Montgomery. I know me and Pat discussed it in our pod. The only two teams he's really interested in is either returning to Texas or returning to St. Louis. I think it ends up being the Rangers, and I think they bolster their pitching while they've got DeGrom and Scherzer out. But I think second and third is going to be a tight race between Seattle and Houston. I actually think Seattle, if they do some of the right moves, can become a wild card team.
Yeah, I like that, and we're gonna get into wild card talk here shortly for the AL. Kellen, what do you got? What do you think about this division?
I went Mariners to win it all.
I don't hate it. I don't hate it. I don't hate that.
Like,
I do not hate that.
Like after all that talk, I was sitting there like, oh goodness. But I was focusing a lot on their pitching, like Luis Castillo, he's the man.
Kirby,
Brian Wu, like Miller, like all those guys. Like I feel like I focused a little too much on them, but I think they can find a way to like just make it interesting, maybe sneak in there. But I'm running with the Mariners. I love that team.
What'd you think about the Robbie Ray trade? Moving him to the Giants. For Mitch Haniger.
Yeah. Wasn't the biggest fan of that one.
I think they were able to do that because they have enough pitching depth, but it definitely was I was like, okay, this is a weird move, but all right.
Yeah.
So as we kind of wrap up, and this is where things can get kind of fun because we could totally debate the wild card all day. So just based on divisions, who we all pick to win is a lock, whether it's AL East, Central, West. Wild card gets interesting. So for me, like I had Orioles, Astros, Twins. Wild card, I got the Rangers, the Yankees, and I think the Blue Jays get in. I think that's my wild card, and there's just so many options, and this could go so many different ways. I think we can just chuck the Central out. Like I don't think any of those teams are sniffing.
Yeah.
But I think it just becomes a dogfight. I got the Blue Jays, Yankees, and Rangers in the wild card spot. What do you guys got? Brett, what do you got?
In for the blue. Okay, so hold on. Let me come back to me because I actually do have some. This is my division, so come back to me on this one. I don't know if everyone else went. My computer just
your
fucking died on me.
Your computer just sucked you into a black hole.
Literally, dude. I was just sitting here and I was like looking, and everybody started slowly freezing one by one, and then I could hear Big Red talking, and then it was just like I was like, I guess I've been working this thing all day today. So come back to me. I will be ready in a second.
Yeah. So what do you guys got for wild card? It could be any. I mean, the options are almost endless to me.
Yeah, I mean, I like the loser. Whoever comes in second of the West, I think will definitely be in play. And then I think, like, similar to what you said, Tommy, I think the second and third in the East is going to be the three teams. I think that's whoever it is. That's going to be the configuration. It's going to be that one of those. Those three are going to be the main in contention. Whether it's the Yankees, Orioles, Rays, in the West, Astros, Rangers, or Mariners. I think the top three, the second and third in the East, and the second, whoever that is, in both the East and the West, are going to be the teams that are fighting. It's not going to be the Central. I'm sorry to all you Guardians fans.
Sorry to
Royals
all you
fans.
Central fans.
Sorry. I mean, similar. We're going to get to it in a minute, but similarly to the NL Central, the Centrals on both ends are just abysmal. So that's my
sadly that is correct.
Yeah, so that's my 2 cents on the wild card there.
Okay, so for the AL East, I don't know what I missed, what happened, but
dude, just fire away, Brett.
Okay, I'm gonna fire away here. I'm you know what? I'm rolling through every division and how I think they're gonna end up, and sure. I know, take it with a grain of salt right now.
That's what predictions are for, man. You just go with your gut.
So I'm going Rays, Orioles, Orioles, Blue Jays, Red Sox, Yankees.
Whoa,
the Yankees. Yeah. The next one I'm going. The next ones I'm going for the American League Central. I'm going Twins, Royals, Guardians, Tigers, White Sox.
Okay, I like that. I dig that.
And this is all in the American League, obviously. Yep. American League West, I'm going Rangers, Marlins, Astros, Athletics, Angels.
You mean Mariners?
Mariners, sorry. What did I say?
You're good. You said the Marlins.
Mariners. My bad.
No,
I have both up beside me.
I like that.
Okay, have we done the National League yet? Oh, fuck it. I'm just going to rattle mine off because why the fuck not? In the National League, I am going Braves, Phillies, Nationals, Mets, Marlins. Probably so wrong about that. Don't care.
The first two I'm with you, but I think the rest can kind of almost
work themselves out. Okay, the Central, I'm going Cubs, Cardinals, Brewers, Pirates, Reds.
Yeah, that's good.
And picks. Then the West, I'm going big Diamondbacks guy. Diamondbacks, Dodgers, Giants, Padres, Rockies.
Dude, I adopted the D-backs as my NL team because I went to Arizona and I caught a game when I was there, and I'm just like, you know what? I got sentiment towards you.
Those purple hats, so sick. It's the only other ballpark I've been to other than Fenway or Rogers Center because I went when I went to Arizona. And yeah, those purple and their City Connect jerseys, the snake ones. Oh so my god!
I got the City Connect hat. That thing is so fire. I'm getting another hat when I go there. So
I'm gonna have to too. But Dodgers, you guys know I have a Betts jersey. I bought it 3 days before he got traded. Fuck me, but whatever. It is what it is. But those are Brett's picks for baseball.
Honestly, and I'm not I don't know if Marty the Meatman's in this chat. If he is. You heard Hitman Howie himself. Last place Yankees. Dude, if the Yankees finish in last,
I don't believe him.
Give me that fucking chaos because that's 1 year of Juan Soto, dude.
Dude,
give me that chaos. Let me see the world just melt down over that.
And you know what? I might even switch. The Giants and Padres are in the same division, right? I'm going to switch them because I think I went Giants, Padres. Okay. Sometimes I don't believe in teams bringing in new guys the first year, like a fuck ton of them. I don't care if it's baseball, hockey, basketball. Sometimes it doesn't work. Celtics, they're a fucking wagon.
Whatever. The Celtics are
whatever. That they built a super team. The NBA is a little different, but I'm going Cubs, Cardinals, baby.
Let's go.
Let's go.
So that's pretty much it for the AL East. Does anyone have final thoughts? Or are you guys ready just to wrap on over to the NL and let's get this party started?
Let's go.
NL. All right, we're starting with the NL East. I think we're probably all in agreement that the Braves are finishing in first.
Yeah.
I feel like that's almost unanimous. They got the rotation. They got the bats. Their whole team's locked up for the rest of this decade, so they're not going anywhere anytime soon. I got the Fighting Phils in second. They kept Nola, extended Wheeler. Ring the bell. The show goes on. I got the Marlins in third. They're a weird team, but I don't know. They work. They added Tim Anderson, but I don't really think that solved anything. Like I was listening to
I didn't even
baseball.
know that they did that.
Yeah, I was listening to Baseball is Dead, and they were talking about the signing, and I think like J-Hay broke down like they were really poor at the position, and then they signed a guy who was poor at the position. So it's like you didn't really like solve anything with that. Like you just brought in a guy, and you're hoping he just revitalizes his career. Now, what was it last year? It took like midway through the year for him to hit his first home run, something like that. It was just absolutely nuts. I got the Mets in fourth, and I got the Nationals in fifth. Nationals just a young team, but they're coming. They're eventually. But what do you guys got?
Eventually.
Yeah, they'll be here eventually. I mean, they're really starting from scratch.
When is eventually?
They won that World Series, and that was it. I mean, Strasburg sold his elbow for that World Series. But yeah, that's honestly what I got in the NL. I just think the Braves are the cream of the crop. What do you guys got? Keldog, what you got?
I got to roll with you on all of that, especially the Mets. You said fourth, right?
Yeah, I got them in fourth. Like they're going to be competitive. Like I think they have good bats. Just their rotation, it's just all different, man. But Diaz is back. The Trumpets are back. They're returning.
He
right.
is.
Trumpets.
Like,
oh yeah, did you guys hear about the Marlins? You're allowed to bring instruments now inside.
Yeah, I saw that.
Yeah, dude, it's gonna be a party. Kellen, you should write that up. It's gonna be a party in there, dude.
That's gonna be amazing. Being down here in Florida, I gotta take a trip to Miami. Then that sounds amazing.
Yeah, that's gonna be a very fun place to go catch a baseball game. I'm gonna be honest.
I might have to fire up the primetime production PJ and come down and watch a game with you there, Keldog. Holy shit.
Let's do it. Prime time hits the road.
Oh my god! But for your Mets one, like I was raised to have a deep hatred for the Mets. That's just me. So if I could put him in fifth, I would put him in fifth. But from the way you were explaining things, I could put him in fourth. But that's like family.
I think like I honestly do think too though, like if they have a really key injury, like they could definitely finish like in fifth. Like if like Lindor goes down or like Alonso's out for an extended period of time, like I could totally see fifth if something bad happens.
Oh god, yeah.
Yeah, I'm right in line with you guys. Braves are going to be an absolutely tough beat.
Yeah,
I don't see them moving out of first place from start to finish.
I got Chris Sale comeback player of the year. If he stays healthy, like his movement's been really good this spring.
I can't believe the Red Sox traded him.
What about
so like I understand why they did because he hasn't been healthy since.
Oh, what a fumble!
Machado, but
what a fumble!
What about Diaz?
What?
You just mentioned the Trumpets. Any Diaz come back?
Yeah, he is back. He did pitch this spring training.
I just drafted him, so I'm hoping.
But I'm with Brett. Like trading Chris Sale just sucks. Like I love Chris Sale, but I get why they did it.
He looks so good right now. It's unbelievable.
If he stays healthy, he can definitely win comeback player of the year.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, that's
especially on that team.
He might even finish like top 5 in Cy Young if he can stay healthy.
Yeah.
But I'm just going to go have fun now. I'm going to just read my picks, and then you guys can fight each other till the death's here.
Oh, God.
We're going NL Central, baby.
Oh,
NL
you
Central.
better pick wisely there, Tommy.
Hey, you can come at me. It's fine. I'll eat.
There's only one guy here with a Cubs jersey on.
Well, guess what? He's got a fellow.
I'm a big Cubs guy. Don't get it twisted. I'm a big Cubs guy.
Redbird underscore report 5. Redbird report.
Love Wrigley Field. That's just iconic ballpark. But I do have the Cubs winning the Central. I do like the Imanaga signing. I don't know how well that's going to work, but I like it. You brought back Bellinger, who had a pretty good year last year. You know, he bounced back. You know, maybe he didn't get the money he wanted, but he bounced back and he had a good season. Overall, I like their roster. I feel like, you know, this is another division too. Like, win it and you're in. Just win the division and get in and you're all right.
100%.
Like, I think Justin Steele's going to have a big year. Overall, I like the Cubbies out of everybody. I think the Reds are going to finish in second, the young up-and-coming team, but I got the Reds finishing in second. This was tough, and I switched them. So I got the Cardinals finishing in third. The Dodgers couldn't even fix Lance Lynn. Like, the Dodgers couldn't fix Lance Lynn. They managed to fix Ryan Brazier. He looked like the second coming of Mariano Rivera with the Dodgers after looking like a shell of himself in Boston. Lynn allowed the most home runs in baseball last year. Gibson's rocking a 4.73 ERA.
I don't want to hear it.
They're going to give you innings. The biggest one I think was the best Ed was Sonny Gray. I think that was actually a very nice addition. I don't know what to expect from their bats. You got Arenado, so you always have a chance. Yeah. I got them finishing in third. The only reason why I have them finishing in third is because the Brewers don't have any fucking pitching.
This is blasphemous.
They don't. They have no pitching. Woodruff's out for the year. They traded Corbin Burns. All you have is Peralta. Devin Williams, their closer, just went out.
Well, you know what?
They got enough offense, but I don't know how well that's going to do. I think they're going to finish in fourth, and the Pirates, well, we're on Aroldis Chapman watch. Where's he going to go at the deadline? Because they basically just paid for assets.
He's feeling somebody. He's feeling a family member up. That's what he's doing. I gotta say, you know what? That's fine. Your opinion, although wrong, is okay.
What do you have?
You can
no
have
bias.
Wrong
like
opinion.
Put bias aside. What do you have?
Well, no. Well, I just wanted to say this. If you are correct, then the two mainstay MLB podcasts right now will be one for a last place AL East team and a third place NL Central team. So we're gonna have to find some better teams to.
I mean, if the Red Sox would have just spent money and added pitching, it might be a different conversation. But they didn't.
Keldog may have to start his own Cubs podcast, so at least we have one winner. No, all joking aside, guys, I'm not like completely sold on the Cardinals. Look, I'm optimistic because I have to be, because if the Cardinals aren't good,
you don't have to be.
If the Cardinals aren't good this year, it's not going to be great for me as in my mental health. Shout out my wife bringing me food.
Dude, MVP.
But because last year was almost broke me as a human being, and if that happens again,
I actually like watching the Cardinals. I was like, damn, this team fucking sucks.
Yeah, they were horrible.
And it was just tough to watch, dude. Like,
and it wasn't the offense, as Big Red said. It was not the offense. It was the pitching. They went back. They went out. Yeah, they got a couple of old dudes. Yes, the youngest potential starter is 32, my age, Brett's age. I don't know who else is 32 here.
Wait, Brett, are you really 32?
Yes, sir. Oh, yeah.
No fucking way. You're older than me? Why did I think you were younger?
Because he looks younger. Because he's a Casanova.
I totally.
This is beautiful baby face, baby. This is beautiful baby face. I can't grow a beard. I can't grow a mustache. I still get carded at the fucking liquor store. But I'm 32.
I totally thought you were like 28
oh yeah,
or maybe gonna be 30.
Tom. Yeah. I was gonna say your podcast partner is a year older than me, actually.
That's okay. I'm in my 30s. I'm already
age
over
shame.
the hill. I'm over the hill. I'm done.
But just look, I'll keep it quick because I don't, and I say it all in jest, but I think it's going to be a fight again, which honestly, the NL Central is better when it is a fight between the Cubs and Cardinals. It
agree.
is arguably the second, if not to me, it's the best rivalry in baseball. Yankees, Red Sox, whatever, sure. But for me, as a Cardinal fan, it's the best in baseball. It gets when it's heated and both teams are good, it's great. The Midwest, just going at it. It's truly a sight to behold. I think that we answered your question, Tommy. Just a little preview. Yes, I think that. And shout out you for asking the question. I think they did enough, and that was what we wrestled with. And be sure to listen to the Redbird Report tomorrow. What I wrestled with was, did they do enough to compete? I think you have to combine the questions, because yes, I think in such a bad division, they did exactly enough to compete to win the division. The offense is great. Like, that was not the problem last year. Yes, the Cubs have young stud pitchers. Don't get me wrong. And their lineup with the re-addition of Bellinger, sure. But one team I do want to say, and it's not the Reds, and I respect your Reds take, that's fine. Look at the Pirates. Look at the Pirates, who had won 20 games in April, right? And then they fell off.
That's what I'm saying. It depends what version you get. Like, do you get the first
O'Neal
half,
Cruz,
or do you get the second half? Like,
O'Neal Cruz is a stud, and I'm not just saying that because he's on my fantasy team.
He's been a machine this spring.
Yeah, so like, I think the NL Central could be fun, but similarly to the AL Central, it's win and get in. There's not. I don't think there's going to be a wild card from there. So obviously,
Dog, you gotta talk, man. You gotta pump up your Cubbies.
I was letting everybody do their spiels, but
yeah, bring it, Kel.
And let's relax over there. Let's relax over there.
Bring the Chicago Dogs and let's go.
So yes, I do have the Cubs being in first. I love my Cubbies. I am very excited for Monaga to pitch this year. I liked what I saw from him in spring training. Belly's back. We're gonna have a great year.
Can't forget Dansby.
And Dansby too. Like, it's a solid lineup. It's just they can't fucking just falter like they did last year, because they were like games.
They were in it. They were
in it, and then just like fell off the face of the earth.
Was it that like drop ball like in the outfield that basically just like turned the tides for the whole entire wild card? They were right there.
Yeah.
I like the Cubbies, dude. I like them in that division, but I think my Reds take it.
Oh, no!
Don't wish that upon anybody.
Oh,
Bobby,
no.
No, that's fake.
That's fake news. Don't wish that upon him. I mean, there's people going out left and right now with injuries.
That's fake. Yeah, that's bad. That's bad juju. That's
if that happens, the Cardinals are plummeting.
No, that's Cardinals. That's Cardinals. NL Central. Yep. Nope.
All right. So over and under home runs given up by Lance Lynn. I'm setting it at 25.5.
No, I'll go ahead and say mine. You know what? I'll be that guy, and it's a knowledgeable bias. And Kellen, you'll even give me credit. I don't shit on your Cubs too much. I'll go ahead and say whoever finishes second, because it's going to be either the Cubs or Cardinals, is making the wild card. But I do have the Cardinals winning the division. I think Lance Lynn coming home to the place he knows, I think that itself is going to fix him. Okay. Look, last season was horrible. I think it's going to light a fire under everybody's ass. I think Arenado and Goldschmidt are going to be the leaders that they need to be on this team, full of young studs. And, we talked about it on the pod. It's a good problem to have. We struggled to put together a potential starting lineup just because there's so many guys you can insert at different positions and guys that can play different positions.
Yeah.
I just think we're going to be dynamic this year. I think our pitchers, especially Matz and Michaelis, are going to have bounce back years. So I reasonably think that they can win a division.
Kansas star Kevin McCullough Jr. to miss NCAA tournament. You have any scoops on that, Kel Dog?
Oh.
Does that change things? Should I change my picks? Do I change my picks?
He just listened to his bracket get broken.
In my heart.
Yeah.
Did you pick Kansas to win the whole thing?
I picked them a few times. I need to look at it at some point after this. You'll probably see a tweet of me throwing something, but yeah, that's not good.
I like all these takes. This is fun. I feel like we have like a little bit of different, picks going on, and I like the bold stance of whoever comes in second gets a wild card spot. So that's actually going to be really fun as we, delve into that. Do you guys have anything else on your beloved NL Central?
Go Cardinals.
All righty, spot on.
I used to have a shirt. Sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt. I used to have a
You're
shirt
good.
that I had to, rightfully so, when me and my now wife first started dating. It was before 2016, and it was a shirt that
Was it 2013? Because that was a great year.
Yeah. I you know what? Fun fact: I hate the Red Sox more than I hate the Cubs.
Hey,
Well, we ruined your childhood. Dude.
Yeah.
That's two
And my
parades you could have
adulthood,
had.
two times. But she made me a shirt, and I'm not gonna. It's already been said. I guess I'll be PG. It said F the Cubs on the front with the Cubs logo.
Nice.
And F was spelt out. The four-letter F word was spelt out, no asterisk. And on the back, it said, "Here's to another 100 years of losing."
Oh, that's me.
And I believe that same year or the year after, they won the World Series. So it was it was not a
John
shirt
Lester,
anyway.
John Lester, baby.
Yeah, it was bad. But no, I really believe in this year's Cardinals team. Please go listen to Redbird Report.
And I will say, and I mean this with the utmost love to you two, but as a joke amongst my Cubs fan friends, we always called the Cardinals the cockroaches of the NL because they're always there, and it pissed us off so much. Like, you guys were always there.
Yeah.
Like, there was no getting rid of you. It was bullshit.
And there's no going away.
Exactly. So, like,
I actually don't know.
I was gonna. Do you want to talk up the new show you're gonna be dropping? Because I'm sure you'll be talking a lot about the Cubs on there.
me?
Yeah, you. Yeah.
Oh, hell yeah. Yeah. So we've been working on this. I do have a podcast in the works, Windy City Radio. It's going to be Midwest based. We're going to talk Bears. You're going to hear me cry, all
Let's
that good
go.
stuff. It's going to be a solo man
yeah.
show. We're going to have some fun.
Let's
That's
go.
awesome.
Caleb Williams, here we come.
Do you live in Chicago?
Dude, that's so awesome. Let's go.
Thank you.
That's why this is the best content place to be at.
I was gonna say that's one of 3 shows about to be dropped within the next 2 weeks. So keep your eyes peeled for
Hell
that.
yeah, dude.
The
Kellen,
Only
you
Sock
deserve it,
show.
brother.
There's a golf show coming out, but I wanted to give Kellen the floor real quick
Yeah.
so that he could talk about
That's
Windy
awesome.
City Radio because I'm
Gosh,
sure
that was,
he'll be
like,
talking about Cubs on
silently,
there.
Too. Like, I didn't even know that was
Sorry,
a
dude.
man. Good for you, dude.
We
That's
work in the
exciting stuff.
shadows.
Thank you.
Do
Thank you.
Do you live
Go
in
dog, you're the
Chicago?
man.
Thank you, Pat. Tommy, to answer your question, I used to. I live in Florida now, and I've I've been trying my best to follow everything, and there's a whole story on how I got to it. I'm not gonna put it out here, but yeah, just born and raised.
Because everyone's got fans of different teams. Like, I mean, you're a Cardinals fan. You live in Indiana, so it's fun to know like where people are from, But dude, that's awesome, man. Like, that's awesome. I'm excited. I'm excited to listen to you guys finally. I'm excited for some Cubs stuff. I really can't wait to see how the NFL draft goes for you. I'm already like itching, dude. I know this is baseball, but dude, hats off to the Colts. I want to give them a shout out. Also, please make sure to listen to Big Red's podcast talking about the Colts. They had a very sneaky good offseason, and I hope for good sports fortune for you this year.
Yeah, let's hope for any news on L'Jarius Sneed soon. Like,
What? Yeah, that's been a weird thing,
dude.
If you look at Colts Twitter, it's lit. We're on a roller coaster. We have no idea what's going on.
Well, you could always be the Chicago Bears Twitter and not know what's going on for the draft.
Well, I was gonna say after the way I watched the Colts season end last year on a prime time, the first ever football primetime preview we did, it was heartbreaking, man. I'm secretly a Colts fan. Like secretly a Colts fan.
I secretly felt that in my heart when that happened, and I saw your reaction. I was like, "Oh my god, that's the shittiest way to lose."
But shout out to Big Red. He took it on the chin like a champ.
Yes,
Probably Probably punched a wall off stream. We won't. We don't have to worry about that. But he took it on the chin. He finished out the rest of the live stream with me and Bobby. We had a little bit of an after hours, and shout out to Big Red for doing that. I don't want to see the Colts season ever end again like that, because that was fucking heartbreaking. And I'm not even a football fan. That was hard to watch. But I love you, buddy, and you held in there.
You guys got anything else for the Central? Now that we got like another show out there, man, big things coming for baseball. And this is the baseball department, guys. Like this is the baseball department. The people you see in this room, you know, even Hitman Howie himself, you know, these are the people that will be representing baseball at prime time. I'm very intrigued by the NL West. That actually might be my favorite division in baseball. I'm amped because I think 4 teams are actually going to be good enough to make some form of a run. The Dodgers are winning the division. It just is what it is. I'm sorry. I get they spent the money and whatever, but they're winning the division. You get Ohtani, you get Yamamoto, trade for Glass now, you sign Teoscar Hernandez. Mookie Betts is now a shortstop, a second baseman, an outfielder. I don't know. He might pitch. I have no idea. I don't know. But they're going to win the division. I got the Diamondbacks in second. Got the D-backs in second. I like the Suarez addition. He's really good defensively. He's an upgrade over Longoria, who's kind of getting older in his career. Jock Peterson just somehow does things where he goes places. He just is that guy. Good vibes, good bat. They brought back Gurriel. Their rotation isn't talked about nearly enough. You got Zach Gallen, who's their ace. You got Kelly, he could be an ace on most teams. Brandon Pfaadt came out of nowhere during the playoffs, but they added Eddie Rodriguez from the Detroit Tigers. Dude, that's a 4-man rotation that's solid. Like, you have a chance to win 4 out of 5 days. I mean, I know every day is a chance to win, but with that rotation, that's huge. And third and fourth, I feel like can go either way. So I'm eager to, like, see your guys' takes and debates. I got the Padres in third. They landed Dylan Cease. You still got Darvish. You still got Musgrove. Jackson Merrill starting opening day. He was the number 12 prospect. They're in a weird spot, but I feel like they're still going to be competitive with Tatis, and if Bogarts can turn around, Machado. I got the Giants in fourth. I think they had a low-key really nice offseason across the board. They signed that KBO free agent, Jung-Hoo Lee. They got Chapman to play third. Jordan Hicks for the rotation. Also got Robbie Ray in a trade, and Blake Snell signed Jorge Soler as a DH. And the Rockies suck. Chris Bryant, you're an idiot for signing there. I had no idea why you did that. That team was never going. That team literally signed
question.
Chris Bryant. Sure, what you got?
Blackman. That's his name, right? Big beard guy?
Blackman. Yeah.
Yeah. Why has he stayed there? He's been there a while, right? Like, isn't he good? Like, wouldn't you want to go somewhere else?
He's good, and it just made no sense with the Chris Bryant move because they just traded Arenado and then signed Chris Bryant to that big contract. Like,
because in the show,
it made no sense.
The Rockies are my favorite team to play against because they suck. I don't know if anybody knows this, but in the video game, the show, the game takes in altitude. So you can just hit moonshots.
Oh, so you can just hit nukes. Oh, that's
awesome. All the time. So I set my home arena to there. And I just play there all the time.
That's awesome.
And I just launch moonshots. But when I play offline, really I play against them just to hit moonshots. And I'm always like, he's the only guy that ever hits a homer. Ever. Yeah. He's the only guy that ever does anything.
Blackman's good. I mean, you know how some players are, man. It's even like with any other sport. Like, you go somewhere because maybe that's where you want to live. I don't know. But the Rockies are just a piss poor run organization. But
nice arena. Nice ballpark.
Yeah, nice ballpark, good scenery. That's what I got. I think this division could be a great debate. I'm very eager to hear what you guys got for this division. Whoever wants to go first, floor is yours. And then we'll get into some wild cards, and then we get to debate Cy Youngs and stuff. So whoever wants the floor, just take the floor for NL West.
Yeah, actually, boys, I got to get going. So I was gonna just throw out the rest of my picks real quick, if that's okay.
Boo.
Hey,
I'm kidding. We had a long day. We have a long day.
Yes, it's all good. And I just want to say, Tommy, Brett. I mean, Tommy, you're killing this. You're the voice of MLB for the whole prime time. I would not back anybody else to do that. So shout out to you, Brett. You're the best. You know that. For the West, it's the Dodgers. I could see 3 teams coming out of this division, though. I could see Dodgers, obviously. I could see Giants and Padres. I think those 3 teams could very well be in the playoffs, one way or another. And I think I don't know if you guys would agree or not. I think it's, other than the AL East, I think it's the deepest division in baseball.
Oh no, I think it's deeper. I think it's honestly deeper than the.
Yeah, I mean, Diamondbacks should be up there. I know. Shout out Howard the Hitman's Diamondbacks. I think it's definitely talent-wise for sure the deepest in baseball. And I don't usually catch a lot of out west games, just being on the East Coast, but I'm gonna try to this year, especially when the Cardinals play any of those guys. So that would be my pick. And then is it all right if I just run through my Cy Young MVP and World Series?
Shoot it, and then do what you gotta do, man. I appreciate you coming on, taking the time.
Yeah, no, I love you guys. I wanted to stay a little longer. I just got a couple things I got to do before bed, and figured I stayed on as long as I could. But you're the GOAT, Tommy. You're the absolute GOAT. This is you were meant for this here at prime time. You do all the things great. I wanted to give you your flowers because you deserve them.
Appreciate you, pal.
Yeah, Cy Young. I already have this bet. It's Homer picks, so sue me if you want. Don't sue me because I don't have lawyers.
Do not pick Lance Lynn for Cy Young. Jesus
Christ. No. Sonny Gray goes from runner-up in the AL to winning it in the NL, and
that's fine.
It's 2005 all over again, where the Cardinals have Cy Young and MVP because Nolan Arenado, that old torn ACL guy, he's gonna win MVP. And that's where I'm going there. We got Sonny Gray, Cardinals back-to-back. Yeah, I said it. Whatever. I already bet it, so my money is where my mouth is. AL, George Kirby. It's good value right now.
Nice. Good pick.
I think the Mariners have 3 guys who could potentially be in that conversation. So that's something to look for. But he's got really good value. There's a couple of guys. I mean, now that Cole's down, because he's not going to win it if he's out 1 to 2 months, or even if he has an amazing when he comes back, which I actually just drafted him just because. But even if he comes back hot, he's not going to win it. He's not going to have enough time. So shout out George Kirby. Love the name too, by the way. And he's the man. He had a great. He's coming up strong. He's a really, really talented guy. MVP. I said it. Nolan.
Yep.
As long as he doesn't tear his ACL, freaking boot Nick. This guy, your podcast guy, wishing that on our boy, Ian. And then I did have 2. I think I'll probably bet both of these. Yordan Alvarez in the AL.
Okay.
Just big bopper. I've been a big fan of his for a while. I think he's one of the best pure hitters in the game.
So funny the Dodgers traded him to the Astros.
Isn't that crazy? I didn't know that until a little bit ago, to be honest. Yeah. And then Julio Rodriguez. I just think that he's a stud.
Yeah.
If he stays healthy, it's going to be hard to bet against him.
Who's your World Series?
I've been wanting it for years because of the way my family is. We just missed it in 01, just missed it in 04, thanks to the Red Sox. And I think there's another year or 2 along the way that it could have happened. I'm going Yankees, Cardinals.
Oh,
obviously. I'm taking the Redbirds in 6, baby. I'm taking the Redbirds in 6.
The fact you picked the Yankees, this already is a lost bet.
They'll get Cole back in like the middle of June. He's gonna be healthy. Hopefully,
Did you have the Yankees in the wild card spot?
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Okay, then your pick's valid. I was like, did you even pick them for the?
Yeah. I have the Yankees coming out of the East. Yeah. Orioles, Yankees. Yep.
All right. Well, now I'm gonna sweep you out of here.
Boys, Enjoy the rest of the
Yep.
show. This has been awesome.
Yeah, I just want to say before you leave, Pat, we're so appreciative of all the stuff you do. I know everybody has their own lives and everything going on. This guy's a warrior today. He was playing video games with me and Boosie earlier. He hops onto the PTP Parlay, which you can find over at PTP Bets, hosted by me and Pat. You see everybody in here on that show. It wouldn't have been possible without Redbird Report. It wouldn't have been possible without Tommy, but we got to give Pat his flowers too, because he's been absolutely crushing it lately. And I hope you have a great night, brother. Go Cubs, go. And
what a way to end it.
I'm out of here. Peace out.
Love you,
guys.
buddy.
Love you guys. Go Cards.
Jeez.
Thank God, eh? Thank God. No, I'm just kidding. I'm kidding. We love that. We love that.
What a World Series pick. Holy shit.
Mm-hmm.
The fact he picked the Yankees, I'm just at that point, I'm just because I don't see it. I don't see it. And that's not even being a Red Sox fan. I really just don't see the Yankees doing. I have a feeling they're going to get, it's going to be like Juan Soto at the plate gets struck out by Josh Hader in the ninth, and then the Astros go to the World Series. Like, it's going to be some shit like that. But you guys got anything on the NL West?
Yeah, so I got the Dodgers winning, but just like Pat said, I do see possibly 3 teams coming out of this division.
Same.
Just because of how deep it is.
Yep.
Yeah, and I got to go with the same route there too. Dodgers winning, and like you guys been saying, Arizona, San Diego. I really don't have much to add to that. That was great breakdown by everybody.
So I have something to say here. Is there an opportunity that the Dodgers fuck this up?
Oh,
there could.
I mean,
baseball's baseball, baby. Baseball doesn't give a fuck.
I think they'll do what they did last year. I think they'll just mow
because
down
I asked
the regular.
Boosie, your new co-host. I asked him. I said, "Is there an opportunity here for?" Like he said to me, I don't know if he's still in the chat or not. He can co-sign this. He said they're either gonna lose. He's being sarcastic, but they're either going to lose 5 games this year or lose 105 games this year. There's no in between.
Oh, yeah, there's no in between. I think they're going to mow down the regular season, and just who knows what happens in the playoffs.
Because they're built for the regular season, right? They're built for the long haul.
Yeah, that team is disgusting. Their top 3 is Betts, Ohtani, and Freeman. Those are your first 3 batters. Have fucking fun with that. And Will Smith can hit. Teoscar Hernandez isn't horrible.
Is Ohtani's going to be their DH? Yeah.
He's not pitching this year.
Yeah, I was going to say, I think it's all year that he's not pitching, right?
Yeah, he's not pitching at all this year.
So there's a potential for their starting rotation and bullpen to fuck this up for them?
Yeah, and Kershaw comes back at some point.
If anything, I know a little baseball, guys. I know a little baseball.
If anything, if they do, it'll be something drastic like that. But
I just think there's a big opportunity for them to lose, what is it, 162 games in a season, right?
Yeah. Dude,
I think there's a big opportunity for them to lose 80 games this season, at least.
Dude,
I don't know why.
That's a bold. Well, because it's they're just loaded.
Yeah, and I don't know. I have this thing with sports. It doesn't always work the first year. When the Bruins brought in Allmark and all these fucking players, it's different sport, but this is how I relate to it.
Same concept.
It didn't work the first year. It didn't fucking work. Second year, we lost 12 games, 15 games. You know what I mean?
Everything went south at the worst time of the year.
Yeah, and I see an opportunity for them to not have a good first season, but I think the second season of the Dodgers with this core, I think they light it the fuck up and they figure it out.
And it could end up being a thing where they just have no momentum going into the playoffs, and then they face a hot team.
Burnout, no adversity.
Yeah, I mean, we saw it so many years before where the Cardinals would get matched up with the Dodgers, and we damn near sweep them every time. It's like we were the Dodgers' kryptonite until they won the World Series. So they have been possible. They have been the number one seed in the National League, and then they get beat. So
I have the Dodgers
happening.
I put it on the record now. I have the Dodgers losing 72 games this season.
Damn.
Yeah. I don't believe in it. I don't believe in the first year bump.
almost a 500 team.
But I also have them winning the division, so take it with a grain of salt.
Oh, yeah, because the wild card I think is going to be loaded. Like, I had Dodgers, Braves, Cubs, and then the wild card I got
It's a tough
Diamondbacks, Phillies, and
division, man.
Padres. Diamondbacks, Phillies, and Padres take those spots. That's just me. It could just, who knows what can happen. That's my prediction. What do you guys got?
I can't go against that. The Diamondbacks, Phillies, and Padres. That just sounds like it sounds like it's going to happen. Just because
I think if the team could fall out of it, it's going to be the Padres.
Mhm.
Like, I think the Phillies and Diamondbacks are just a lock.
Is what's his face's suspension up?
Who?
Tatianas or Tatius?
Yeah.
How is he gonna play this year?
He actually wasn't bad last year when he came back.
Oh, he got to play last year? I thought he had a year
Yeah.
suspension.
Not a full year.
It lingered into
Oh.
the next year.
So it was a
he like-
calendar year?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, he got popped
Sorry,
for-
I'm learning on the
No,
fly,
no,
guys.
dude, you're good. No, you're good because he faced a really hefty suspension. But if you guys got nothing else, I'm ready for the juicy stuff, the Cy Young picks and all that fun jazz.
Yeah. So I feel like for the wild card, I think the Phillies just barely get edged out. So I've got my wild cards as the Cubs, Padres, and Diamondbacks.
Nice.
And then I realized I never said mine for the AL. My AL wild card are the Jays, Astros, and Mariners.
Okay, I like it. I think the wild card is fun. I think it's going to be tight. But Keldog, you got anything, or are you good?
I'm good.
Cy Youngs, who do we got?
Oh,
We're gonna start the AL. AL, I'm going really bold. I'm going Kevin Gausman. I like Kevin Gausman in Toronto. He's a super fun pitcher to watch. I kind of expect some big years out of him this year. Going with old Canada.
I will say I don't know AL pitching as much as I do NL, so I went based on like the odds, and I'm actually going with Zach Eflin.
Nice. Going with the one pitcher the Rays have.
Yeah.
The one they have.
And then for me, I think this might be a weird one. I do like Luis Castillo. I think he's a
That's
fun
a good
watch.
one. That's a good
and
one.
I think he can make some noise this year for the Mariners.
All right, NL. I'm gonna save mine for last. I'm gonna save mine for last.
I'd start with that. So this is gonna be a sneaky pick. I'm kind of liking Dylan Cease from the Padres.
That's a good pick.
Like new place, new team, new coaches, all that good stuff. He might be able to get back to like pitching good at least.
Yeah.
And with that lineup, I just see stars on that lineup. He should get the run support.
Yeah, yeah. But he didn't have that in Chicago.
Yeah, so he might be a sneaky pick to win that this year. But that'd be kind of like one I'm looking at.
Red?
Yeah, so I didn't go completely homer picks, so you'll be glad about that. I have Spencer Strider as winning the NL Cy Young.
I like it. I like that one. I am going with Justin Steele for NL Cy Young. His stats last year were really nice. 117 WHIP, 3.06 ERA. I don't know. I feel like it's just a big year for him. He's young. He's their ace. I don't know. When I was thinking about this, I'm like, who in the NL? I wanted to go Strider. I really did. I was like, you know what? But I'm like, you know what? I'm gonna switch things up a little bit. I'm gonna go with Justin Steele. I think, big things coming out of the Windy City. So we'll see what happens. Those are really nice picks. I like those picks.
Oh, yeah.
World Series.
Or do you want to go MVP first?
Oh, that's right. MVP. I totally mixed that up. Yep, MVP. We'll go MVP first. AL MVP. Who do you guys have?
I've got the. Oh, go ahead.
I was gonna say you can start.
Okay. I've got the cover athlete himself, Vlad Guerrero Jr.
Love it.
as AL
Love
MVP.
it. Let's go. I love it.
I
know
have
what?
the
Let's
same
go.
pick as Big Red. I
Let's
have the
go.
same pick as.
Do it for Canada. Kel Dog.
Oh boy. For the AL, you know what? Save me for last. I gotta think about that.
I'm going Juan Soto. I think he's
Sacrilege.
He's going. He's it, dude. He's had a monster spring training. He's going to be hitting bombs over the short porch at the Bronx. He's in a contract year. I so see it. I could totally see him winning MVP this year. I think they have him pegged like MLB came out with their predictions for home runs. He's in the top 10 somewhere. I think he cracked the top 5 or 6. I hate it, but that's what they acquired him for, that extra power bat in the lineup. I think he's going to have an MVP year, and he's going to get the bag in free agency.
Oh yeah. Well, for me, I gotta go. You know, I'm gonna go with Julio Rodriguez
Let's go
from the Mariners.
Julio.
I think he's the star of that team. He's gonna put up numbers. That's gonna be a solid. That should be a solid pick for MVP this year.
I like it. I like it a lot. NL, what do we got? MVPs.
I'm going with Corbin Carroll for NL MVP.
I love that pick. I was thinking about doing that too, but I couldn't bring myself to do it. But I love that pick. Corbin Carroll.
You know, he kind of came out of nowhere last year, and he's fun to watch.
A dog. I love that pick. Hell yeah, Big Red. I like that pick.
For me, I would go. You know, I'm gonna go Acuna. Go back to back.
Yep, that's what I have too.
That's what you got too.
Yep, I got Acuna going back to back. I actually switched it. I had Freddie Freeman, but I was like, I don't know if Freeman's gonna do it. He's gonna have a good year, but I'm like, so hard to bet on Acuna, dude.
And then he just put up crazy numbers. Like, he's not going to get those numbers he had last year. Like, they should regress a little bit.
Yeah, the stolen base thing was just nutty.
Exactly.
I mean, it was nuts. But I think he can go back to back.
Yeah.
Acuna's that guy.
Yeah.
World Series. This will wrap things up. This is the last of our predictions. I mean, Rookie of the Year is so hard to do. There's so many, and you just don't know who's going to stay and who's going to go down. We were going to do that, but we kind of touched on divisions, did our MVP, Cy Young. We're going to close it out with World Series. What do we got? Big Red, what do we got for World Series?
All right, so this one I will be a little bit of a homer for. Plus, I do think this would be a good series. I'm not picking the fucking Yankees. There's no chance in hell I'm doing that shit.
So it's the Cardinals.
I do have the Cardinals, and I think if they do get everything right with the young talent that would be on this team and the opposing team, I think a Cardinals and Mariners World Series could be fun to watch.
That would be very fun to watch. I actually would enjoy that. I mean, I think both ballparks would be insanely electric. Like, I mean, they draw some pretty good crowds. I mean, that Seattle crowd was nuts for the playoffs. And then the Cardinals, I mean, that's a very historic franchise, very loyal fan base. That'd be a lot of fun. I respect it.
Yes. Speaking of loyal, we were top 5 in attendance when we sucked last year.
Yeah, that's dedication. That's
commitment.
Dedication. Kel Dog, what do you got for World Series?
I've been trying to wrap my head around the National League. I can't get past the Dodgers and all that money they signed, that lineup. Yep. Like, I need to do it. I just need to. Like, I can't figure out another way around that.
So we got the Dodgers against.
I do like the Mariners too.
I like that. I like it.
I can't get away from the Mariners either. Like, that was a fun one. Their announcer, he had a clip that was going around.
He's awesome.
Right?
That dude can call a game.
Like, that clip just solidified me as like Cubs, Mariners.
Yeah.
Just I love that team.
I hate that I have to pick it, and it's so hard to bet against, but fucking Houston Astros.
What?
I can't, dude. They're always. You know what?
We're gonna have to talk off air.
I will count them out until they can be counted out. They are always in the mix, and they are always right there. They've been to the ALCS like 7 straight years. They're always there, and their bullpen is disgusting. And they didn't even really have to do much. I mean, they got beat by a good Rangers team. That's really what it came down to. And I think the AL is a little more open, and I'm going with the Fighting Phils. I want Bryce Harper to win that damn ring. I want him to win that ring. I'm like biased against the damn Phillies. I like the Phillies. Just I want to see Bryce Harper win a ring. Like I don't remember a big star that loves the city as much as Bryce Harper loves the city of Philadelphia. So that's my pick.
So I do have World Series prediction. I don't know about awards because I don't know of enough guys.
You're
but
good.
I was gonna go Phillies, pull in an audible because I agree with you, dude. I was playing the show today. I had bases loaded, and Bryce Harper went yard, and it was the most electric thing that's happened to me in a while. Yeah, it was a video game. Get off it, but I'm going. Fuck, you guys are gonna cheer me. I'm going Blue Jays, Braves.
I don't hate it.
Blue Jays, Braves, World Series.
I like that. That's
all vibes pick. And
I'm
because the Braves are the Braves.
The Braves are good, and the Jays
I think the Blue Jays, I just, like you guys said about Vladdy, I think him and Bo really pull it together this year.
Yep. And I think the pitching is there. They just got if that group can just
learn how to
close
out games. They got to learn how to close out games. That's all they got to learn how to do.
Springer is a lock for doing things. Like he's good. You got Justin Turner. I don't hate that pick. I'm not chirping your pick. I'm chirping Pat's pick. Like that pick threw me off. I was like, all right. Spot
but
on
yeah,
stuff, brother.
That's my World Series pick.
I love it. Give me that.
Yeah,
I would be
pure
very,
vibes.
All those World Series picks, I would be very happy to watch those series.
They'd all be fun. They'd all be a lot of fun.
Happy to
minus
watch
the
those
Houston Astros, only if Bryce Harper goes yard, walk off. that changes it all.
Guy, it's just so hard to bet against them. Like they're going to be in the ALCS, you just don't know who they're going to face.
No,
they're going to get
curveball.
Yeah.
I mean, just unless something catastrophic happens, I think that the Astros are tough to bet against. But that's honestly all I have. This was a lot of fun, to do.
I was just gonna say before you get into that, I do one last time need to shamelessly plug the Primetime Productions merch store. We have a lot of stuff going on there. We have our Primetime Productions merch, as you can see. You're a Cardinals fan. We got the big red merch. Some really nice stuff we got going on. Only socks, same thing. We got the Primetime, and I would never forget my boy Kel Dog.
Hell no.
Let's go.
We got the Kel Dog merch, so I just wanted to shamelessly plug that one last time before I hand this back over to Tommy. You can get that at primetime-productions.square.site. And what a phenomenal job you did tonight, Tommy. We hit 300 live a couple different times, so that means we rolled in above 300.
Yeah, thank you to whoever did tune into this. I just, this was really meant to be like a trial run per se. I found there's a lot of great people here at Primetime. Please check out their content. There's stuff for everybody here, but I figured out who were the real diehard baseball fans, and I wanted to try and do this and preview baseball as a whole. I wanted to get away from the Red Sox and talk about other teams and talk with other fans. A Cubs fan and a Cardinals fan. I want to talk to them too. And,
and we're friends.
And we're friends. And, this was just a lot of fun to do. It was great to have them. And, I think this went well to the point where, this is the baseball department at Primetime, and baseball is going to be a lot
300
of fun
live right now.
Shout out to the 300. Shout out to the 300. Be on the lookout. There's probably going to be some crossover stuff with people, with podcasts, whether it's live streams or a podcast. But, I'll definitely look at the calendar. Got to get with the hitman himself, because Bruins playoffs are coming. So the live streams will be up and rolling. And probably sometime after that, we're probably going to do some form of a baseball live stream. Might not be a Red Sox game. Might not be. It just might be some random game. We're just going to shoot the shit and talk some baseball.
Yeah, just to jump in real quick, we will be doing a primetime preview soon. I don't know if it's this weekend or next weekend. I got to work it out with Tommy still. We're going to try and find a day. You guys know me. I'm a fucking loser. I'm a whore for these live streams. So I'll probably do a 12-hour live stream. I'm not even joking. Probably try and find 3 games we can go back to back to back, hit an early,
It might be after my Arizona trip.
Yeah. It will be. That's what I meant by me and Tommy will talk it out. But yeah, I'm going to give the floor to Kellen and Ian real quick before you completely wrap it up. But I just wanted to say thank you for letting me host this. You guys know I love doing this stuff. You guys know that I believe in what we're doing here. Like Tommy said, this is the baseball crew going forward. There's a couple other people here and there like Mel and Boosie that will be featured on the Only Sox podcast with Tommy. Meatman's a big Yankees fan. There's some people that couldn't make it tonight, unfortunately, but Primetime's going to be ripping in baseball. And I'm really appreciative that you let me host this with you guys and sit in. I learned a lot tonight, and I'll just throw it up to Cal, and he can throw it down to Big Red after. But I really appreciate you guys and all the work you do. Yeah. And I'm super excited to see where we can take baseball with Primetime Production. 300 is nothing that I thought we were going to get tonight. So kudos to all of you guys for putting in the work and making this into a legit product. And Cal, take it away.
Oh yeah.
I said my piece. So you guys just close out with whatever, and then we can, just go our merry ways and do our March Madness brackets.
To go off of that, thank you for having me on, you guys. This is a lot of fun. I haven't gotten to do a lot of like live stream stuff in the past, minus like betting and whatnot, but before I got to primetime. So I love just being able to come on, talk about bets, baseball, whatever, and just enjoy it. And love talking about the Cubs, but we're going to leave that aside there. But thank you again for having me on.
And real quick, shamelessly plug Windy City Radio one last time so people know where they can look out for that in the future.
Thank you.
Big Red, close us out.
Yeah, I'm just appreciative of all I get to do with Primetime Productions. I've always loved talking sports, no matter what it is. I'm the definition of a fanatic. I let wins and losses really get to me when they shouldn't. But no, this is super fun. I love being part of this company. We got great people here, and I just can't wait to continue and help grow with it.
Yeah, and to piggyback it's off what Ian just fucking reminded me, I should have been plugging this too. If you love a team, maybe part of what we've talked about, or we've touched on every team, but maybe you're not a Cardinals fan, maybe you're not a Sox fan, maybe you're not a Cubs fan. That doesn't matter. We are looking to expand in baseball. If you have a vast knowledge, or if you are just looking to find a home to put your knowledge, head over to primetimeproductions.net. You can find on there how to put in a submission for a show or a articles. Yeah, writing articles. Tommy's the head of.
We just brought in a Pelicans writer. I didn't, but he's been formally introduced, and that's just another team, part of the site. And we have MMA, we got the NBA, we got NFL. I mean,
there's golf coming out now, so everybody. If you're interested in looking to put your voice somewhere, head over to PTP Primetime Productions. We're always looking for new members, as these guys have all said. It is a great network that we've created. It's essentially a family that we've created here. Everybody helps each other out, cross platform, cross podcast. It doesn't matter what it is. We're always there for each other. And I just wanted to, just say thank you to you guys for showing up and bringing the heat, throwing the heat tonight. I really appreciate it. Right over the plate. And yeah, PTP to the moon, baseball to the moon. Let's go. And thank you for joining us. We will be back soon at Primetime Productions for another preview. I was your host, Brett Howard. That was Tommy. We got I pulled a Pat. There's Keldog there, and we got Ian below us. Make sure you go check out all their stuff and their handles. Other than that, thank you and have a good night.